Well, good morning. Happy Wednesday to everybody. One VA dude here again. Um, I saw in the news on my news feed this morning that Tulsi Gabbard has joined the Republican Party. Well, bravo for her. I was very pleased that she left the Democrat Party 2 years ago, or the Democrat Party left her. She saw the light. That's all fine and dandy. My best guess is that she's seeking a cabinet appointment, an ambassadorship, or possibly to be a chief of staff or spread press spokesperson in a upcoming Trump administration. Now, maybe that's true, maybe it's not. Um, it would be a lot easier for her to get Senate confirmation if she were seeking a cabinet position and she were a Republican. Um, and I believe that's true even if the Democrats are in the majority in the Senate. But nevertheless, I guess that's good news. She's recently been uh, increasing her popularity among libertarians and conservatives and Republicans because she's kind of come out of as for lack of a better phrase, a maverick in the Democrat Party. So we wish her the best of luck. Another thing she might be keying up to do, suppose Trump wins in 2 weeks and in 2028, she might throw her hat in the ring to run for president. Or even if Trump loses and 2028 comes, she would be a formidable candidate to run as a Republican. But I have a fair trade. How about since the Republicans now have Tulsi Gabbard, why not have Liz Lizard Cheney come out and become a Democrat? She's already endorsed Harris. She said that she claims to be a conservative, but she's voting for Harris, which that shows you that she sure as hell is not any kind of conservative. But she's a I guess she's from the neocon wing of the party. So why not let Liz Cheney come out, just say, "Hey, I'm a Democrat. Tulsi became a Republican. You know, the party's changed. Well, maybe say she's changed and now she's a Democrat. That way, it's a fair trade. Both parties gain one woman. Both parties lose one woman. So, anyway, just a thought. You know, Tulsi would be a formidable candidate. Um, Not only is she easy on the eyes, but she's good at speaking. She shows that she's willing to listen to reason. Now, look, I don't, she's still a little to the left for my taste, but you know what? She's competent and she's willing to listen to an opposing argument. And she's a big believer in free speech. She doesn't believe in silencing opponents. So, anyway, she's probably going to be one to watch. But 2 weeks from today, we should know who the next president of the United States will be. Um, are we gonna elect Trump and be like a slow burning dumpster fire? Or are we gonna vote for Harris and be like an explosive train wreck? Unfortunately, I don't think either one of them are going to be able to do a whole lot of good. But to me, it's who's going to do the least amount of damage. Trump is 78 and one Big Mac away from cardiac arrest, and he's constitutionally limited to only one more term, and he's done. Kamala Harris is 20 years younger than he is. She's apparently in good physical health. She only turned 60. Trump is almost ready to be an octogenarian. But anyway, she could serve two full terms. She would have 8 years to do irreversible damage to the Republic. Um, none of her policies are really any good. And most of what she's advocating is unconstitutional as well. I mean, wage and price controls, a property tax, a tax on unrealized gains, which is unconstitutional under Eisner versus Macomber from 1920. Free health care for illegal aliens. You know, geez, free health care for everybody else is already unconstitutional, but you know, uh, having a de facto open border and a welfare state at the same time, that's not going to work. I'm pro immigration. We need a certain amount of immigration in this country, but just throwing the borders open and At the same time, you're expanding the welfare state. That's not going to work out too well. Um, and I don't think Trump articulates his views all that well. Fortress America with no immigration, that's not going to work. Uh, we have too much trade, too much tourism, too much commerce, but we do need a secure border. And if people want to come to the United States, they need to do it legally. Do we need to fix our system a little bit? Yes, but just throwing the border open, homie, don't play that. That's not going to work. But we've got to get spending under control. And unfortunately, Trump never vetoed any appropriations bills. He grew the national debt by quite a bit. Now, a lot of that was because of Congress, because they control the purse strings, but he never vetoed any appropriation bill. Now, our national debt now is 36 trillion. The interest on the debt is soon going to be over 1 trillion, and they're adding 1 trillion to the debt every 100 days. This is unsustainable. I did read a report. I don't remember who was actually behind it, but it was saying that if Trump had one more term, the national debt would be between 40 and 45 trillion at the end of his 4-year term. And if Harris, based on what she said and what she wants, she would have the national debt pushing 50 trillion at the end of 4 years. So it's kind of like, do we go over the cliff at 70 miles an hour or do we go over at 90? The only candidate talking about fiscal restraint and sound money was Chase Oliver. He's got a lot of good ideas. He's the libertarian nominee, but 90% of the people in the country have no idea who he even is. So I hate to say it, he's kind of a non-factor right now. But anyway, within 2 weeks from now, we're going to know whether we're going to be a dumpster fire or a train wreck, because that's probably the alternatives. But nevertheless, I just thought that'd be an interesting trade-off. The Republicans can have Tulsi Gabbard, the Democrats can have Liz Cheney. Anyway, just some thoughts today. I hope everybody has a great day out there. We're living in a hotel right now. We're temporarily homeless because our house is being built. It's pretty much finished, and we're supposed to close sometime, I think, November 1st. And then we can move. But we still have to wait for our furniture to come back from Germany. So we can't really move into the house until we have our furniture, but at least we'll have possession of the house. So that's a good start. Anyway, peace out. Cheers.